Alright, stream is underway. We'll start a little early just to get everybody into the stream tonight. Hopefully we have no real problems. There is running a little slow on the uploads tonight, guys, so I do apologize. Let's make sure we're up and running. We're here, and we're up and running. Everything looks good for right now. Hope you guys can hear me okay. My voice is a little off. I am under the weather. I had a bad, very, very bad allergy attack. Last night, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. You might notice I have bags under my eyes. I did take a nap earlier today as I left work early because of this massive allergy attack. The drink for tonight, we're doing some Mountain Dew Code Red. Hey, Christian, thanks for coming into the chat today. Starting a little early tonight. Trying to recover from a bad, you might even hear it, bad allergy attack I had last night. It's probably the worst I've had in many years. It's hitting pretty hard, actually. Thank you very much, Christian. We're going to wait a couple minutes, and then we're going to start this guy on the road here. Start the show on the road. Make sure the email alerts went out, and it looked like they did. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're going to be doing some holiday pickups I got early from family members. I picked up a couple things up last couple days, and we have to talk about the sneak peek of the next giveaway, as well as we're going to do what are your guys' top 5 movies of all time. I want to do something with movies. I haven't really touched base on movies as a whole. I talked a little bit about them. I'll talk maybe sci-fi and fantasy, but I want to do a little bit more when we talk about movies. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We are starting like a little early. I'm just going to refresh my... Again, sorry about the throat here. Like I said, I'm getting over a massive allergy attack. It hit me pretty hard last night. I got only... Hey, Jackie, thanks for coming in the chat. Happy your computer does work tonight. As I was telling Christian, my throat is a bit messed up. I had a bad allergy attack. Within the last 24 hours, I had to leave work early today. I only did a half day. It was very, very bad. I couldn't sleep. I only had about 3 hours of sleep last night. So I just said, the show must go on. I still want to put the stream out for you guys. I could have canceled, but I didn't want to. Yeah, it's on the Black Friday is on the 23rd. It's on the 23rd. Thanksgiving is on 22nd. Thank you, Jackie. You'll probably hear it. It's not even like a sickness. It's just a bad, massive sinus attack, and it's just draining into my throat. So it sounds very, very bad. Hey, Night, Corinne, Core, how's it going? Yes, I did. I was going to talk a little bit about Stan Lee. We could talk about it now a little bit here. He did unfortunately pass away today. Everyone knew that Stan was kind of on borrowed time. He was getting much older and getting sicker. I think he just had a recent bout of pneumonia or something along those lines a couple weeks ago. And he was in bad shape. And people were expecting it to happen, and it did in fact happen. He was a very, very good man. Well-known creator, created some of the biggest properties in comicdom. He didn't have his demons, unfortunately, with other creators, Jack Kirby being one of them, and they were battling back and forth for creative control and things like that. So it was a great man, very, very ruthless when it came to his, properties. He sued Marvel on many occasions. He made his own bunch of properties and his own stuff. So yeah. Yeah, you should be able to still find Pops out in the wild with his signature on it, but those are going to become more and more rare, more scarce as those get picked up, especially with his death. Usually when a celebrity dies, their autographs usually go up very, very high, very, very quickly. So definitely keep your eyes open for any Stan Lee signed merchandise, I would honestly say. So we're getting close to 9 o'clock. Again, I do apologize for the way I sound right now. It's like I said, it's draining because of this allergy attack. Drink for tonight, if you guys were curious, is Mountain Dew Code Red. I want to do some Code Red tonight. Just haven't had it in a long time. So the thing we're talking about this week, good idea, Night. The thing we're talking about this week, a couple things to talk about. We're talking about pickups I got this week. We're going to talk about some holiday gifts I got early from my girlfriend. We're going to talk about the sneak peek for my next giveaway. And I wanted to reach out to the audience and ask you guys, what are your top 5 movies of all time. I want you to digest that thought, and we're going to talk about that near the end of the stream. That'll be sort of like the main event. So let me ramp you guys up for what we got, what I picked up this week. We'll give it about another minute or so until people come into the stream. We got about 5 people in the stream. Thanks for everyone coming in tonight. Again, I am a little hoarse. My throat is a little bit messed up because of this allergy attack, this drain from my nose. You might see it even kind of looks a little red, as I was under so many sneeze bouts I had in the last 24 to 36 hours. I was having so many issues sneezing, I was hurting my chest. That's how badly the sneezes were. So I'm going to do the best I possibly can, guys. I do have some issues with OBS today. I noticed my upload speed is about 10 megabit upload, so I'm hoping it doesn't damage or jeopardize the stream. So with that being said, let's get this show on the road. So pickups I got this week. Because I had a couple of my more traditional followers that have been following me for a while on Instagram ask me, did I pick anything up this week? And I did, in fact, get some stuff. This week, I went to FYE just to look around. I wasn't there specifically looking for anything per se, so I didn't shoot any video for it. It wasn't a toy hunt. So I was in there with family members, and I was looking to pick up a gift for my girlfriend at another store and to get something engraved for her. So I decided to look around and see what they had. And as soon as we walked through the FYE doors, one of the ladies comes, basically I'm looking at some of the items on the shelf, and she says, "You looking for any chases?" And my ears perk up. I'm like, am I looking for any chases? Absolutely. Well, she digs around and she pulls something out, and I can't really see what it is. She says, well, you can get this if you do the special. What the special is normally you buy 2, you get a third for 75% off. So I did, in fact, get a chase today, or a couple days ago. It is holiday themed. It's the Darth Vader limited edition glow-in-the-dark chase. Now, from what I've seen, the only thing that glows on this Darth Vader, when I tried testing it a couple times, especially before the stream, I think the only thing that glows is the candy cane lightsaber. It does glow in the red-white that you see, this color right here. It will glow in that color scheme of red with the white kind of twirling through it. So that's the only thing I can see that glows. I look for the white spots on Vader's mask. I look for the breathing apparatus, the marks on his shoulder pads. Nothing glows except from what I'm seeing is that candy cane lightsaber. So I'm very happy to get this one. If you've never seen what it looks like, they have a normal version of the same identical one, but it's not glow in the dark. He's holding a candy cane, which is very fitting because we have all these guys underneath my holiday tree. So this is kind of cool that it is holiday themed, so it fits the motif very, very well. I was happy to get my hands on that one. That would probably be, I'm thinking I might do a review for it. I haven't decided. I might do a full review of just all of these holiday pops, especially with the holiday season coming up. It might be a cool idea to showcase all of these guys off here. I think that'd be a really good idea for a video. I don't know if you get it or not. Yeah. Next thing, I went to Target later on that day, actually. And I was just looking around Target. I wasn't there specifically again for anything important. And if you guys don't know, I'm a very, very big fan of the TV show that came out, I think, in the early 90s called Married with Children. Everybody knows about Al Bundy and Peg and the kids. But I was looking on the shelf, and I did, in fact, find the Al Bundy in his Polk High outfit, scoring, of course, 4 touchdowns in a single game. This is a Target exclusive. The only way to get it is via Target. And I have noticed that the Target pops are extremely, are getting much more difficult to find in the wild. I'm not sure the reason why, per se. Maybe it's a lower piece count. But I have, in fact, seen that happening quite a few times. So I got my Al Bundy. I was very, very happy about that. My girlfriend, for the holiday season, decided to pick up some pops for me. Yeah, there's a box lunch, I think, near me, but I think it's between 45 minutes and an hour from me. It's a newer box lunch that opened, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. They do have some good stuff there, but I haven't been there for at least 2 to 3 years. So, yeah. Bizarro Supergirl, thanks for coming into the chat today. The drink of choice is Mountain Dew Code Red. So she actually picked up some stuff from eBay for me. My girlfriend did, actually, as I was mentioning. And she got me some pops. Yeah. She does have a pop chase. Different, same outfit, different, same pose, different color outfit. So she got me Peggy Bundy, because she knows I really, really like Married with Children. We have Bud Bundy. It was a good deal. All 4 of these were $30. So she got a good deal on eBay for them. We have, of course, the master himself, Al Bundy. and we have Kelly Bundy. So I got the full set of Married with Children Pops. This is underneath my holiday tree. You might see it kind of, let me scoot over here. In the back over there, right over here. There's my holiday tree. I am in fact Jewish. As I was saying in other streams last week when this tree went up, I celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas only because I'm Jewish on my mother's side and my stepfather is Catholic. So we do both holidays. So it's very, very fun to do that. Those are the pickups and the early holiday gifts. If you guys didn't know coming into when you saw the thumbnail, we're talking about early holiday gifts, we're talking about the pickups, and we're going to talk about my giveaway that I'm going to be doing probably this Wednesday. Thanks, Jeremy. How's it going? Thanks for coming in the chat. We're going to be doing another giveaway this excuse me, this coming Wednesday. And the winner of the prior Venom Pop contest giveaway, Geeky Devil, I did send out his set of 4 pops to him over the weekend. He should get it probably in about 4 to 5 days US. So, kind of interesting story for you guys. Yeah, just I would do small hunts, Nightcore. I would do stuff that's not long. A lot of people really like longer hunts. My hunts usually range between 8 and 10 minutes in length. I'll take everything and cut it down to size and trim it as best I possibly can to give you possibly the best experience. I don't like a lot of jabber. I like talking a little bit and showcasing the items on the shelves to give everybody a look of what's out there. Very cool, Bizarro. I love you some A&W. That's a good question, Jeremy. I wish I can give you a better answer. My channel doesn't have as many people as it used to. That is mainly because no fault of my own. I've mentioned it many, many times. That I use a lot of sub for sub, and my numbers are very inflated. And what you really see in the top right corner, that 1766 in the top right corner of the screen, isn't the real number. It'd probably be more of about 900 to 1,000 subscribers is what I really think I have. Yep. Hey, Collecting. Thanks for coming in, my friend. So, the next giveaway story about this. I normally work with... the problem doing 1 hour streams, Jeremy, is that from what I normally see, I've been doing streaming for about 9 months now, and I see a drop off at about between 25 and 30 minutes into the stream, people start leaving. And my thought process is if people are leaving within 25, 30 minutes, they're getting bored of the stream or they're too busy doing their own stuff. I'm still going to do hour streams, but that's going to be for special occasions. Comic-Con releases, special holiday events, something that wants to be special, Black Friday reviews or previews. That's where are going to be the hour-long streams. I wanted to make hour-long streams more important. Yep. Oh, very cool, Jeremy. Happy birthday. I didn't know when your birthday was. So, the giveaway. I received a package about 2 or 3 days ago. And I normally do stuff, if you guys are new to my channel. Always helpful, Nightcore. I can get all the help. I'll take all the help I can get. I will never look a gift horse in the mouth. Excuse me. So, about 2 or 3 days ago, I got a package I got actually a notice of a package coming to me. Hey, Anna Torres, thanks for coming into the stream tonight. So I got a notice of a package coming to me. And I'm like, I didn't order anything from where I think this is coming from. Yep, send them my way, Nightcore. Send them my way. I have no problem doing interviews. I have no problem doing, stream's doing pretty well right now. I have no problem doing interviews. I have no problem doing collabs. You can ask Collecting and Hobbies. Him and I do a collab every, usually 2 to 3 weeks for a wrestling podcast, a worldwide wrestling podcast. He handles WWE. I handle the independent wrestling. I don't want to talk about Crown Jewel. It wasn't a great pay-per-view in my honest opinion. We have Survivor Series coming up this weekend. So, as I was mentioning, I got a package in the mail, and it came from Entertainment Earth. And usually Entertainment Earth will send me an email ahead of time and say, hey, do you want to review X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, okay, I'll usually pick something. This time a package came to me that I didn't ask them for. And I opened the package up, and there are some pops in it to do a review for. So I sent an email to my correspondent there, to my liaison, said, hey, I've received this package. Am I supposed to get this? And she said, oops, no, it should have gone to you. It should have went to somebody else. Would you want to review this stuff? I'm like, I don't know a whole lot about this content, but sure. But before I said yes, I asked them again in another email, hey, listen, so-and-so's waiting for this package. Do you want me to return it? Said, no, you're fine. You can just keep it to do a review for. So, without further ado, you have to let me know what this stuff is all about, because I have literally zero knowledge. None. No knowledge at all of this property. And it is 5 pops for My Hero Academia. I don't know anything about this anime. I'm making the assumption from what people I've talked to about this, My Hero Academia is sort of like the next wave of that very, very popular Japanese anime martial arts stuff. Your Dragon Ball Z, your Naruto, those sort of animes. I'm guessing, I could be wrong, I don't know. So this one is Deku Training. None of these are chases, none of these are exclusives. This will be a US-based giveaway that will probably be going up, I'm guessing, this Wednesday. It's going to run for about 2 to 3 weeks, which is what I normally do for all my giveaways. But I've heard this is a very, very popular anime. Let me know in the chat, please. Next we have All Might, which is the weakened version. Again, I don't know anything about these guys. Let me know in the chat, please. Is it a good anime? I have no... Like I said, I don't know anything about My Hero Academia. Zero knowledge at all. Next we have Tessia. She looks like I think she looks like a frog, but I could be wrong on that. We had 11 people, now we have 8. Thanks for coming into the chat, guys. Whoever left, I'm sorry. We have Shoto Izawa. And this will all be giveaways. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, Bizarro. And this is Todoroki? Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know anything about My Hero Academia. It's going to be a very, very peculiar review I do, because I can't give you a lot of background on the characters because I don't know about those characters. So, Entertainment Earth kind of messed up, but still gave me these pops. I had someone that was interested in buying them off me, but a friend of theirs already has that full wave, so I wasn't too worried. So I'm going to, do it as a full giveaway. This I don't mind giving away, because I have no attachment to these pops at all, because I don't know anything about the content. That's why I just said, you know what, they'll be kind of good, since I don't know about it. I can just showcase the pops off for what they are. I'll talk about, the packaging, the way they look, the articulation, that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Nightcore. I have no problem doing that. A little background information won't ever hurt. I can take all the information I can get. I would just, if I shoot you an email, just make, like, each one of those 5 characters, just give me a line or 2 about them. It doesn't have to be a huge, big bio. Just a little bit of information so I can, say on the channel. But thank you very much. And I'll probably put your information in the details section as far as the information coming from you. I always give credit where credit's due. I've done it with putting my watermarks on my channel, my wallpaper on my channel for my banner. I give anyone who's given any type of effort to help my channel, I always give back. That's the way I feel. That's the way I do business. People who help me, I give back to those individuals as well, those content creators, the small channels. I like giving back to them. So, the main event. Hey, Nightcore, as long as you're a U.S. resident, you can enter. The giveaway will be very similar to all my other U.S.-based giveaways. There'll be a link in the description box. You click on it, you'll get the same 6 points that you can enter in. You get bonus if you do everything. Meaning if you follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and then you follow Entertainment Earth on Twitter and Facebook, you get bonus entries. So as long as you're a U.S. resident, that's all matters. So the main event, as I was getting to a second ago. First, how is the microphone with you guys? Does it sound okay? Please let me know. We had 11 people in chat. That's good enough for me. That makes me a happy camper, even if it was for a few minutes. That's all I care about. So, we're going to be talking about, as I mentioned on the thumbnail that you guys saw coming into the stream tonight, your top 5 favorite movies of all time. This could be across any genre. This could be for anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to give you my top 5 movies of all time. I hope that some people will type in the chat section their top 5 movies. All you need to do, Nightcore, is, at least for mine, it's not you go into the stream every day or go into the video every day and try to click to get more entries. Once you get your 6 entries, which will be 9, if you do all the entry types, you're automatically in. So it's not like you enter, you get more chances in it. Once you're in, you're in. That's how it works. That over here, hold on, right there, is a 3-dimensional 3D box of Green Lantern. I went to an art festival and a guy was able to take a piece of tile and any image you want, he can make this 3D effect for it. I saw Toy Story 4, the announcement. I did in fact see that. So I'm going to give you guys my top 5 movies of all time. I'll go from lowest to highest. So, number 5. People like top 10 lists. I figured if I did a top 10 list, this will run longer than an hour. So I'm hoping I can get at least 2 or 3 people. They'll give me their top 5 movies of all time. Again, it doesn't have to be any genre. It can be any genre across the board. Doesn't matter. It could be a combination of anime, sci-fi, drama, action, suspense, horror, mystery. It could be anything. Yep, most likely Nightcore, that's what's going to happen. So my top 5 movies. Yep, the new wave of Funko stuff. So my top 5 movies. Number 5 for me is a good one. It was back in the 80s. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend it. Especially with the new Queen movie for Bohemian Rhapsody that just came out a few weeks ago. It's Highlander. If you've never seen the Highlander movie, the original Highlander, with Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery, I highly, highly, highly recommend watching that movie. No, Highlander is a very, very, very good movie. Absolutely. If you like sort of a sci-fi feel with a really cool fantasy backdrop in the modern era, mind you, this is back in the 80s, so when this movie takes place, it's modern for them. It's a very, very, very good movie. It has a full soundtrack for Queen. Great movie. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend watching it. That's my number 4. Let's see my number 5. My number 4 is, again, another classic 80s movie. It's a movie that I loved watching when I was growing up. I absolutely love this movie. It is all fantasy. It is with gods. It's Clash of the Titans. The original Clash of the Titans. Not the remakes. The original, like I think it was came out in 78 or late 70s, early 80s. My number, well, let's see what here we got here. One of my top 5 is Back to the Future Part 1. I would put that in there. Bizarro Supergirl. Absolutely. Absolutely. Top 5, Nightmare Before Christmas, Star Wars, the first one. Are you talking Star Wars, or are you talking Phantom Menace Star Wars? Star Trek. Which Star Trek? Harry Potter and Mary Poppins. Interesting. Very interesting. So that's why I'd make this as a top 5 list. I mean, I can make it 10 deep, 12 deep, 15 deep, 20 deep. But making it 5 really gets your mind to kind of spin a little bit to say, hey, what are my top 5 favorite movies? My number 3 movie is a classic. It is a comedy. It's Spaceballs. Had to put Spaceballs in there. If you've never seen Spaceballs, I highly recommend seeing it. Mel Brooks. It is a classic, classic, classic piece of comedy with a Star Wars backdrop. They're poking fun at it. But it's a very, very good. Rick Moranis played Dark Helmet, of course. Great movie. I loved it. Absolutely loved Spaceballs. Let's see. Original Star Wars, 1977. Okay. Krull. Oh, Bizarro Supergirl. You're right up my alley. I loved Krull. Krull was a very, very good movie. Very overrated. I mean, excuse me, not overrated. Underrated. Very underrated movie. I loved Krull. Krull, if you've never seen Krull, it's sort of Jason and the Argonauts sort of approach to it. There's a fantasy aspect to it. There's a cool weapon called the glaive. It looks like a big Chinese star. that it can be controlled mentally. He can move it around with his mind. It's very, very cool. I mean, if I had more room, I'd put Tron on this, Krull on this, Conan the Barbarian slash Destroyer. Some of the old school fantasy movies that came out, I loved. See, that's why I said this is a very difficult list to make, Nightcore. Next, number 2 is another kind of comedy action based movie. I want to say it came out mid 80s. Mid 80s. It's probably one of my top 2 movies of all time, and that's Princess Bride. If you've never seen Princess Bride, it behooves yourself to watch that movie. It is an instant classic. Andre the Giant was in it. One of the last things you really saw him on before he got very sick and passed away. Ooh, no problem. Collecting hobby. So number 2 was Princess Bride. So I'll recap my list. Number 5 was Highlander. Number 4 was the original Clash of the Titans. Number 3 was Spaceballs. Number 2 was Princess Bride. Will you ever do a different type of giveaway, like quizzes or Last Man Standing? I don't know how I would do them differently. I would maybe do something with inside a chat as a giveaway. The problem is, since I have very few people in the chat, I would have to maybe do some type of trivia thing. I could absolutely do trivia as a giveaway sort of thing. That would probably be, I would say, maybe for smaller prizes, maybe blind box or something along those lines, if I didn't have a quizzes. Hey, Pop Couple, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Now, the number 1 movie, at least for my top 5. Hey, thanks for coming in, Pop. My number 1 movie of all time. This is probably my personal favorite movie that I've ever watched. And you're going to say that sounds very, very odd. I mean, I'll say honorable mention, I could do Lost Boys. I could do Conan the Barbarian slash Destroyer. I could do Tron. Back to the Future would be in there. Jaws would be in there. But this movie, to me, is everything that's kind of perfect in a movie, between story, plot, exposition, direction, cinematography. Everything about this movie, in my personal opinion, makes it the best of the best, and that's Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. I absolutely loved that movie. In my personal opinion, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is a movie you can show to somebody who has absolutely zero knowledge of Star Trek at all. Zero. None. Zero. And it tells such a good story from beginning to end of the characters that evolved around this story. And that's what you want to see. You want to see a movie or a TV show that can tell a tale or tell a story either episodically or collective in one movie that from beginning, middle, and end is a good movie. In my personal opinion, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is probably one of the best movies ever created. Bar none. Easily. Some of the newer Star Trek movies, I liked a couple of them, but in my personal opinion, Wrath of Khan is probably one of the best screen-made films, meaning between plot and script and direction and storytelling and models and everything that's doing that movie is literally perfect, in my personal opinion. I like Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. A lot of people might not like that movie as much, but coming from the perspective of taking it to someone who's never seen a Star Trek movie, you could plop Wrath of Khan in front of them, and they can get the gist of what's going on. They don't need all the scientific terminology. You don't need to know warp speed. You don't need to know Klingons or the Federation, really. It's all nicely tied together. You don't even need to know about Khan. When he originally appeared back, and I think it was called Space Seed, back in the original Star Trek movie canon. So, yeah, I would say easily. Ricardo Montalban was a bad guy. If you didn't know, Jackie, the kind of muscular chest he had was not wasn't a what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't a add-on piece to his chest. It wasn't a prosthetic. That's what I was looking for. It wasn't a prosthetic. That was him. That's how muscular Ricardo Montalban was back then. He was a really big, buff guy. So that was really, really well done. I love that movie. Okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, I figured the same picture. Yeah, he was a very, very well built guy. Not like I said, too muscular, but he was more of a slender build sort of guy. I would say it's sort of like a Seth Rollins sort of build. But those would be my top 5 movies of all time. Again, I'll review the list down for people who might have just come into the chat late. My number 5 movie was Highlander. Number 4 was the original Clash of Titans, which would be Clash of the Titans. Next, number 3 was Spaceballs. Number 2 was Princess Bride, and Wrath of Khan was number 1. Between 1 and 2, you could flip that positioning, in my personal opinion. I like them both. They're both very, very good movies. Anyone else who just came into the chat, what are your top 5 best movies of all time? It doesn't have to be any one particular genre. For you, what were your top 5 movies of all time? Ever. Let me know, please. We have about 5 minutes left in the chat. I think it was a pretty solid list. That's a problem collecting hobbies. You'd have to narrow it down. The only thing I would say as a sort of in his own spot with another movie would be Conan the Barbarian / Destroyer. I like them both. Personally speaking, I like Destroyer better than Conan the Barbarian. I thought Conan the Barbarian had such a slow pace building up to the middle and the end of the movie. In my personal opinion, it really wasn't as good as Destroyer. Destroyer started very, very quickly. You knew what was going on. I loved that movie. If you've never seen Conan Destroyer, definitely watch Conan the Destroyer. Great film. Absolutely great film. Any movie, Funko Pops, that you would request from my collection? I think it's a pretty solid list. It took me a little bit to put this list together. I thought about it for a couple, about an hour or two ago before the stream, and tried. I knew kind of what I wanted on my list, but this would be my list of my top 5 movies of all time. Now I could say top 5 fantasy movies, top 5 dramas, top 5 horror, top 5 sci-fi, top 5 anime, but I wanted this to kind of all encompass everything. Friday 13th. That would be hard too. I've seen most of the Friday 13th movies. Again, I'm not a big horror fan. I've seen most of them. I believe the one that had the fake Jason with the blue chevrons on the mask. I want to say that was part 5. I could be wrong. I think one of the better ones that might have been part 2 or 3, when Jason actually takes the duffel bag, the burlap sack off his head and gets the hockey mask, where he shoots the guy with the harpoon. I think that was supposed to be in 3D, I believe. I think that was probably one of the better Jason movies, in my personal opinion. Love that one. Also, on this list could have been Lost Boys. I love Lost Boys. If you've never seen Lost Boys, absolutely see it. I did a Funko review of the 2-pack of the Frog Brothers, Edgar and Allan, the Frog Brothers, which is a Funko Shop exclusive. I did a full review of those guys. Let's see here. You want some more movie pops? Do you have any Star Trek or Harry Potter that you would recommend? Star Trek. Star Trek pops. I would go with the Mirror Universe Spock, which is the one where he had the little goatee. I think that might have been an FYE exclusive or PFX exclusive, I believe. Harry Potter. There's a bunch of new Potter pops that are coming out now. I saw the Ron Weasley on the Knight chess piece at GameStop a couple days ago. That's the Movie Moments one. It's about this tall. I did see that one. I would think get that one because that's a very, very unique piece. Price might be a little bit steeper. It's probably between, I want to say it's probably $25. I don't know if they're going to do hippogriffs. I think they should. If they haven't did one, they should do a Buckbeak one. I don't know why they haven't done a Buckbeak. They should. Especially with the new Harry Potter movie, The Fantastic Beasts, the second in the series. That's going to have another store of more Potter merchandise. Hey, Mr. Sumbiz. How's it going? Mr. Something Basic. I can never get your name right. 8. We have 8 people still in chat. So that's what I would recommend. Star Trek. I wish they would come out with some pop rides for the ships. I think that would be very, very cool. I don't know why Funko hasn't done that. I can maybe only make the assumption that it would take more time molding and building the masters for that. Pop couple. The Matrix movie would be the original Matrix movie. I loved, absolutely loved that one. See here, I'm just looking through the chat. So yeah, the Halloween movies. Again, not a big horror fan. I've seen a few of them. I know people would put, let's say, Hellraiser in there. Um, but again, not a big horror guy. I'm not a massive horror guy. I mean, like more comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, fantasy. That's stuff I'm into. Um, Excuse me. If I was going to do anime, some of the classic animes would be in there. Um, at least from a TV show perspective, I definitely love Star Blazers. I love Robotech. I will put Neon Genesis Evangelion in there as far as classic sci-fi. Excuse me, classic anime. But as far as any other Funko things, I would say for Harry Potter, because I originally had some of the original Potters that came out. I actually got them for my niece. I think I have one of the Harrys flying. I think the Nimbus 2000, I believe it was. Or he's holding it, one of the two. Saw movie moments in Walgreens that was surprisingly in perfect condition. The most recent one I've seen at Walgreens for movie moments was the Hulk bashing Loki. I thought it was okay. It's not something I really want to shell a lot of money out for. To me, it looked all right. It would be more of a gag gift to get somebody. You're going to see a lot of Gwenpools. I've seen a lot of the Spider-Mobiles. One of the ones I was very tempted to pick up at Walgreens was the Spider-Man Noir, the black outfit of him, which is in the Noir universe. It looked kind of cool, but I haven't decided. I've seen one in decent condition. I was going to pull the trigger, but I held off. I said, I don't know. I have lots, and that's the weird thing. I have a lot of Spider-Man pops. Again, I'm not going out there specifically looking for Spider-Man stuff. Same thing with Batman. I have literally a huge row, literally 2 rows deep of Batman pops. Not going out to try to find Batman pops. It just happened to be during my hunt. I see them, I buy them. Yeah, I know that Box Lunch is doing a couple exclusives. The Black Cat one. I haven't seen Black Cat yet at Walgreens. I heard about the new Flock Hedwig. I did, in fact, hear about that. What was some newer stuff? I'm going to be getting the Queen Pops. Definitely going to get the Queen Pops when those come out. I've seen pictures of them. They look so good. I got to get the FYE. I'm going to get the full. I'm going to get the full wave. Absolutely get the full wave. You have Freddie Mercury in the Live Aid outfit, which was the yellow and white outfit with the Adidas when he held his hand up with the microphone. A very iconic pose for Freddie Mercury. I'm going to get that one. The FYE one is him in the, I think it's the red and white outfit. There's one where he's wearing the kind of black and white diamonds embroidered outfit. I'm going to get the full wave of Queen Pops. Absolutely. Because me and my girlfriend actually we got together mainly from one of the things we were both having in common was Queen as a band, and I was very, very happy to actually pick that up. Or when it comes out, I will be getting it. Anything that I'm interested in. One thing I hope they don't do for Black Friday, I really hope they don't do it, is another gold droid. They did it once with BB-8 under glass, which I did pick up at Hot Topic. They came out the next year with an R2-D2 under glass. I didn't pick that one up. I thought the effect and the kind of awe factor was lost because they just rehashed something they already did, which I thought was a very bad idea. Thanks for subscribing, Pop Couple. As far as anything that I'm personally interested in, I would love to get my hands on some more blind box stuff. Mystery boxes, I love doing those. One thing I want to say before I sign off for the stream tonight is I do want to do another trade box. I mentioned it in a couple streams back. I do want to do a trade box. If you guys want to do a trade box, just hit me up at rookgeekgoodness@gmail.com, which is my email address for my channel. If you want to do a trade box, it could be anything. I usually don't go higher than about $30 US. I would send pictures of my collection of all my Funko stuff or my action figures over to you via email, so you kind of get an idea of what I have and what I like. I did the same thing with two other YouTubers about a year ago. It was instantly fun to do. I enjoyed it so much. To see them unbox my stuff and me unbox their stuff is very, very fun. Yep. So I definitely enjoy it. But we're getting close to the 9:30 time. We're about 9:35. We had about a 5-minute run over. So I want to thank everybody who came into this stream tonight. I'm going to end the stream in a couple minutes. Again, I'm feeling a little bit worn down because of this massive allergy attack I had earlier today. So I want to thank everyone who came into the chat tonight. Pop Couple, thank you for coming in and subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Take care. I'm signing off in 3, 2, 1. Take care, guys, and night-night.